phone.
Please, Leila.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. Welcome to our movie club. Today we are continuing with John Wick series, right? Today is episode 2 or chapter 2, as they say in the title, right? In the title. So John Wick chapter 2. And the dog is important characters of the movie, but it was a different dog, not the one on the picture. Jar, do you know the breed of this dog? How we call
Maybe American Stanford, I don't know. People, American Stanford, or something like this.
Yeah. Looks like it was a very smart dog, I think.
Obedient.
Yeah. That kind of dog we call a German Shepherd. It's a police dog. You can train them to attack and to stop attacking.
Yeah, it's on the picture, but in the movie it was different.
I don't know what that one was. Yeah,
but was kind of small, right? Medium sized, I would say. Medium size, no fur.
Yeah.
Fur. And very how we call it? Not a long nose, but a.
We call it a pug nose.
Pug nose. Wow, good.
Pug nose, like a bulldog.
Bulldog, yeah.
It looked like a pit bull to me.
Pit bull. Oh, I hate pit bulls.
Very aggressive. They are very aggressive.
Okay, let's talk about characters. So, could you help us read a few?
John Wick, the title protagonist, a legendary hitman who is forced out of retirement.
Well, can I ask you, what does mean titular? Titular protagonist.
Title?
Yeah, his name is in the title, right? So that's why he's titular. Is it correct pronunciation? Titular?
Yeah, titular. Yeah.
Titular. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, please.
Santino D'Antonio.
It's Italian name. So when you speak Italian, Leila, correct if I'm wrong, you should use your hands, right? Santino D'Antonio is correct way to say this.
An Italian crime lord who holds a blood oath marking with John Wick, forcing him back into the world of assassins.
Do you know what is oath mean?
Oath. Promise.
Promise, yeah. But probably a kind of severe one, right? Serious one, right? So we don't say, I make an oath to, I don't know, to visit my English class. Right?
Yeah, it's very formal, very powerful, very strong.
Did you leave while the authority person just making the oath between the couples to get married? We use oath there, right?
Correct, because you're promising to take care of that person for life, whether you're rich, you're poor, you're sick, you're healthy, horrible circumstances. You're vowing, I swear to God above, that I will take care of this person forever and ever, no matter what. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And people still and people break the vow after a few months usually. Oh, God. But yeah, a wedding oath is what we call it. Yeah, wedding vow or wedding oath. Yeah.
Whoa, please.
Winston, the owner and manager of the Continental Hotel in New York, and neutral safe haven for assassins.
Why it's safe haven? What is heaven in general?
Good haven.
Heaven. So we have hell and heaven. What is the difference?
No, it's heaven.
Yeah.
Could be sheltery one.
Yeah, heaven, on the sky, right? We have hell and heaven. Is it right?
But this is H-A-V, not E-A-V.
I'm mistaken.
Yeah, haven.
Why I was asking.
Yeah. Haven is just a safe place, a sanctuary.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, we are learning something new. It's great.
Okay, but I think it's incorrect, right? That Continental Hotel was not only in New York. Do you remember in Rome the way, right? It's kind of a franchise, right? So over the wall, there is a neutral safe haven for assassins. Hard to believe, to say the truth.
You know what's harder to believe in this movie? Every 100 meters you have an assassin.
Yeah.
Okay, let's skip the rest. So it's just, you know, if we need some names, so I put it here. If we need
I
some,
just forgot, Ivan.
Yeah.
Please let me ask. This Sharon is the black guy?
yeah, look, so the concierge at the Continental Hotel, the one
Yes.
who took care of the dog, right?
Okay.
That actor died recently, the actor
Oh.
himself.
Yes, I know him.
Charon is from Greek mythology. That's the name of the boatman who carries dead bodies across the river Styx to the
Wow.
land of the underworld.
Yeah, kind of symbolism here, right?
Yeah, scary name, kind of. Yeah.
Okay, so okay, Aurelio, Ares, Cassian, Julius, Italian name. Okay, so let's, you know, these questions today, they are not kind of following the plot. They are kind of general questions to just overall
better.
movie, right, to discuss. So let's try kind of this way, right? Leila, would you like to start?
Of course, but please try to help me about the first film because I watched it really, 5 months ago, the first chapter, I mean.
Yeah, sure.
What do I? Okay, as far as I remember, John Wick's wife died, right? Or killed. I don't remember that.
I think she was sick because we have seen photos, her photos in the kind of in the bed, in the hospital bed.
Okay, all right. So, because of this love between him and his wife, he decided to have his retirement. So, promised his wife that he's not going to do this job again. And but to come out of retirement is a big issue because they took his car, which he likes a lot, and he killed the puppy his wife gave him. So he got crazy. So retirement, forget it. He took his guns and everything, arsenal, and started.
So, Leila, it seems that you are talking about the first movie, right? So in the first movie, there was a Russian mafia, right? And they took his car and killed his puppy.
Yeah,
and
but
he was
here,
angry. Yeah.
here,
Yeah. In
Yeah.
movie 2, he retires again.
okay, and what's his name, Sant'Antonio, or
Yeah.
the other guy came to his place and asked him to do a favor for him, right?
A job, right? It
But
doesn't.
something happened before all that. Something happened.
What, Jeff? Tell us.
The beginning of the movie, John Wick wants to recover his car. And his car, the one that has his car, is the brother of the boss mafia, of the former mafia boss that John Wick killed. And he had to kill all the people, and eventually he recovers the car, but it's broken, almost broken, but he forgives the boss, he doesn't kill eventually, he doesn't kill the boss. So this guy was the brother. But at the beginning, the guy wanted to kill John Wick because he killed his brother and his nephew, and many of his workers.
But they made a peace agreement, right, with Russian mafia at the beginning. So he,
at the end of the confrontation, they made peace, no? No,
Yeah.
you remember?
I thought
Yeah,
the
yeah.
son was I thought the son was killed. No.
Yes, that's why everybody is afraid of John Wick. Yeah.
Teacher Lee, do you remember that when Native Americans make a peace agreement, they kind of smoke
The pipe?
Pipe. Yeah. peace. We call it peace pipe. Yeah.
Peace pipe. So can we say that Russian mafia and John Wick they smoked a peace pipe?
Right. Yeah. The criminal dad said, "Son, you screwed up. I can't help you." Yeah.
So
He tried to, but he couldn't. Yeah.
Yes. Well,
the first thing here is the guys burning his house, making
not really, right? So let's think about chronology, right? So first he finished his deals with Russian mafia, right? And they made peace, right? Agreement.
Yeah, they made
So
peace,
then
right?
he got his car, his house, everything. So he's retired again, right? So he's on his own, right? He's going to enjoy his rest of the life, right? He gets everything. But then D'Antonio went to his house and say, I have a job.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He didn't accept that, right?
Yeah, he said, you don't want me to have this job, right? So he refused.
He doesn't want to come back.
Actually, John Wick was compelled to do that because he had an agreement, this medal.
Yeah.
A plot agreement. Thanks to this plot agreement, John Wick was able to accomplish, the job that helped him to go out of the crime, He killed many people from the first book that helped the first mafia boss, but he used the help of Santini, It was signed with blood, with a finger.
Yeah.
So he was compelled to do that.
Yeah, and for me, it's the first time in my life when I see such a medallion, with a fingerprint, with a bloody fingerprint inside.
Yes, yes.
So it's something new, right? Some new concept of some kind of a bloody oath between mafia members.
We call it a blood oath. If you remember the cowboy and Indian movies, Yvonne, they took a knife, right? And they cut and they held hands, the blood mixed together. That was the blood oath in the Indian movies.
Yeah, this I remember, but medallion, as a symbol of. Do you remember in some pirates movies they have kind of a black marker or something? I remember. Oh, do you remember? Yeah. So it's kind of similar thing, but different. Right? But this medallion, it forces you to do the job, right? You owe me.
But Ivan, after he, shot at his house and there was the fire, that's why he accepted the job again. I am wrong or not?
Good question. As I got, well, first of all, he didn't burn his own house,
Yeah,
right?
and
Someone
he
else.
left, but he was angry, and then he, using a weapon which I haven't seen in my life before, because when he shot, there was fire and burned his house, and his wife and his photo, it was burned as well. He was really angry, crazy. And then he said, okay, I'm going to do this job because there was no other alternative.
I think because of the vengeance, right? He understood that it's serious, that they will not let him go. So I got to go there anyway, right? So I will do my job, do what I have to do, and then we will discuss the deal, right? Something like this. Hello, Vasans. Good that you joined it. So,
hello.
Vasans, have you watched the movie, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember what kind of job D'Antonio asked to do for John Wick? Bring for John Wick.
Antonio asked him to kill his sister, who took the top position to control some sort of a syndicate, an underworld, some kind of thing. All the business, and it's kind of a pride. So few people are the members of that syndicate, and after his dad's death, and his sister took that position. So I think he didn't like that. He wanted to be at that position. So in order to achieve that, John Wick has to, somebody has to kill her so that nobody would suspect him.
So it brings us to the second question, right? how does the concept of the high table and the strict rules of the continental hotel plays significant role in the plot. So high table, anyone heard about high table before this movie?
I know Sir Arthur and his round table.
Yeah, but it seems from the movie that it's kind of, an agreement between all the bad guys, right? All the crimes, like kind of mafia, I don't know, Cosa Nostra, Chinese mafia, Russian mafia. So all they united, like United Nations for crimes.
It's a kind of organization, right? Criminal organization.
It's the CEOs or the chief executive officers of all the criminal organizations, like upper management. It's crimes upper management.
What a stupid idea, right? So if you are a detective, right, you like this place, right? Okay, bring all the main guys to one room, right? Okay, and they have exactly how many dozen places? Seats.
12.
Yeah, 12.
Yes,
A dozen, right? So they have 12 places, and one of the place, how we talk it. So it was
each goes to a different member chosen of a specific group, I think.
Yeah, and Italian mafia, right? They got their place because the guy who was in the seat, right? The father, he died, and give the place to his daughter, right? And his son is not happy about this. I want this place, right?
Ivan, what made me, just shocked? He said to John, "She's my blood. I can't do it. You do it." I was shocked.
Yeah, it's like one of the old movies we saw. You said you wouldn't kill me. Okay, Joe, kill him.
Yeah, fine. Okay, what about Continental Hotel? Gerard, could you tell us about the Continental Hotel? What is this? How it's plays significant roles in the plot?
Yeah, as we said, it's heaven, is a refuge. The Continental, the owner of the Continental, is a sort of referee. So all the criminals must abide, the rules. In the Continental, it's not allowed, to have violence each other. Otherwise, they will be excommunicado.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
in this
How would
picture,
how would you describe this hotel?
oh, very luxurious, a lot of weapons, so many criminals. I don't know how so many criminals could make a living, because these criminals earn a lot of money. So I don't think there are so many people that want other people killed. There's no job for everybody. There's no work.
And if you break if you break the rules of the hotel, then there's a death warrant on your head. All the other assassins are free to kill you for money. There's a reward on your head, for being breaking the rule. So everyone else will be trying to kill you for money if you break the rules.
So it's like almost that the hotel is over the main bosses of mafia and criminals, They have more, the boss of the Continental, it looks like have more power. Because it's like the sort of referee of a match, It has the power to say, you cannot do that, my rules.
I think the high table set up or controls the Continental hotel chain. It operates with their blessing.
Yeah.
Vasant, please.
I think the design of that hotel has to do something with their rules. Also, it has a unique design. It can be approached by two ways, and I haven't seen any such hotel. So that's very
very expensive hotel. They pay in gold coins, don't they, or something? Very expensive.
Exactly.
Very, very expensive.
How much? Yeah. Do you remember this coin? So they're big in the movie, right? So I think I just checked it. So this coin, it can cost like $30,000 about. So it's a lot of money, such a coin.
Yeah, and everybody became so concentrated and they abide something kind of their rule, when they saw that coin, they just stopped their work and they submit themselves. They are
Yeah.
committed to,
Yeah. Platinum members.
And the criminals can keep their money in the hotel. It's like a sort of bank.
Yeah.
That's like a safe.
But it's not only the bank, right? They provided a weapon for them and this, special costumes. Do you remember which kind of Kevlar or something? Bulletproof. Yeah, exactly. So it's full service, I would say. If I'm a criminal, this hotel is the very thing I need, right?
Ivan, do the criminals pay money for the weapons, armor, everything?
Yeah. They pay in gold. Well, so they pay kind of big money. Yeah. What else?
Yeah, I think we can call the workers as sleeper cells. They do not work for a full time. They do their everyday work, but when it comes to that particular coin, when somebody offers that coin, they became serious and they do that job. Something like a terrorist too.
Yeah, they're priority members. They get the top service. Oh, you come to the front of the line. I'll take care of you first, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, very funny. And the manager is always in the hotel, right? As they say. So his manager is here. The manager is always here. So
He probably lives and sleeps in the hotel. Yeah.
So funny.
The
And
dog,
the manager.
the dog wasn't allowed.
Okay. And I remember the manager said it's my kingdom and so mine. So it's kind of very what's the word for this? Very naive, right? So very naive representation of a criminal world, right? So criminal world in general, it's not a posh thing, right? So most of the criminals they live in jails and and they don't see, a lot of jewelry and posh things around them. So
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about this job. So Gerard, did he done his this assignation of the sister of the Antonio?
Which question are you asking?
It's not a question. So we're just talking about this job, right? So Di Antonio told him to kill the sister. Was it successful?
Because his sister was more important than him, and he wanted to replace her. So he couldn't do that because he was his brother and wanted John Wick, kill her and take the blame.
Yeah.
After killing her, prank him or kill him. So no loose ends.
Yeah. And how did the mission go? So what happened during the mission of killing her?
Okay, so a woman was a bodyguard. I think he was mute or how do you call her? I know she couldn't, maybe deaf.
It says mute in my Ares, right? Santina's mute skilled bodyguard.
Mute.
So she cannot talk, right?
Yeah, couldn't talk. She by signals. And John Wick was also able to do that. He was able to speak many languages and also the sign languages. And she was following him, but her ulterior intention was allow him to do the job and then kill him with the help of other henchmen.
So did he kill her? Did he kill the sister?
Yeah, John Wick killed the sister first, but first the sister committed suicide, but he killed with a coup de grace. I don't know, coup de grace. How do you call that? Because
she cut her wrist, right? She cut her veins, arteries, so to make blood out of her body. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But eventually, John Wick shoot her on the head.
Yeah. After this. Yeah.
After this.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry. Okay, Ivan.
Yeah, please.
I watched this part in Rome, an Italian friend of Bora, my son, was there. I said, why John held her hand? It was a kind of religious tradition, he said, till she passes away. In order to confront her, he hold her hand. It is interesting.
Hold your hand. Okay, just to to
Yeah,
find it.
afterwards shot at her
Yeah.
head.
Okay, but I was thinking about this cutting the wrist. Teacher, is it correct to say cut the wrist, or how we say this?
We usually say slit her wrists.
Slit, right? Slit her
Yes.
wrist. Uh-huh. And some people, I remember this. I read sometimes article about this. So some people slit the wrist kind of horizontally, right? So kind of orthogonal to the veins, right? And
Yeah,
medics say that these people almost never die because it's enough time to save them. But some of them do this like along the vein, and it's guarantee of the death. So even if the medic is here, medics say that we cannot save them because it's already too much damage make to the artery. So it's kind of a symbol, you know. So cut the wrist orthogonally means pay attention on me. I want attention, right? I'm committing suicide. But making this along the arm means I'm willing to die.
I don't think people know that, Ivan. That's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, I think they don't say that because it's better they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. Yeah, they just cut like this all the time. It's what the movies do.
But it's interesting details that in the movie she did it along the arm,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
kind of
Because
decision.
she knew, and she wanted.
Yeah, decision is mine, right? I leave it my way. I want to die my way. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, let's talk about this Bowery King. I don't know how to pronounce. What does mean Bowery in general? I don't understand. Just name?
Yeah, here.
Bowery to me means slum.
Okay, so kind of slum dog millionaire.
Yeah, he lives in a poor area, poor neighborhood. And so he's the king of the neighborhood. So maybe he's the top dog of crime in that little neighborhood. They call him the Bowery King. He's got power and influence over that area, I guess.
Yeah. Well, could you please read third question? How does
the relationship between John Wick and the Bowery King contribute to development of the story? And what do you think about the
Alliance?
alliance?
Do you remember who is Bowery King?
Uh,
Bowery King? It's a black man who is a kind of a king of all these slum dogs. So these bums, you know, people without home. Do you remember? So let's put it this way: why John Wick need help from someone?
He wanted advice.
No, it's not an advice. Not an advice. Do you remember this D'Antonio? He made a warrant for him, right? $7 million. So bring me his head, right? Now he's wanted. He's a what's the word for this? Wanted victim, right? A future victim. So and he has nothing. He has no kind of alliance. So he went to this Bowery King guy, and what he asked him. Well, do you remember this dialogue?
I don't. You could tell me.
Yeah. Bosans, maybe you want to answer this? Bowery King and John Wick. So what they do in common? Why Bowery King decided to help him?
Bowery King is the guy. Who is that guy? Guy who
It's
runs
a black guy who. Yeah, it's a black guy, you know, in the who looked like a bum, right?
He's
the
not
guy
the
who
black.
with specs. who took care of the dog. Is that it?
Mhm.
Is that
No,
the
no,
guy?
no, no.
Then he's
Okay,
not
let me try.
black.
So, yeah, it's kind of a criminal, right? It's a small criminal king of his district. And all his kind of warriors, his gang, they pretend to be bums, right? They sleep on the street.
Okay. Yeah. Now I remember that guy. The guy from the Matrix. Okay.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
In the past, he also had a conflict with John Wick, and John Wick offered him two choices. One is to die, or otherwise to save himself, not to kill John Wick. Just like he did to his, the ladies,
Mhm.
the protector, the bodyguard. He stabbed him, and he said that if you can just take out the knife, it can kill me, but you will die. If you keep that in this way, you will be saved. So something like that. So he gave that to choice to this guy, Bowery King, and he took that offer and saved himself. So that gratitude for saving his life, and he is the reason. John Wick is the reason that Bowery King is right now. He has his own kingdom and everything. So he is the reason. So he owes him. So
Mhm.
he decided to help, but not too much. He's also kind of a little bit generous, not too much. He just gave him only 7 bullets.
1 bullet for 1 million, right? But actually, I kind of like it this episode, because this episode, it was truly logical. So I like it the way how John Wick convinced Bowery King. He said a few things. He said, first of all, D'Antonio will take the whole town. So he wanted this. He will take the whole town and your kingdom as well. So at some point, you will have a choice to kill him, and then High Table will go for you. Or you give me a gun and I kill that D'Antonio, right? And nobody has no issue with you. So it was a kind of an offer you cannot refuse. I like it this way. It was pretty logical, pretty understandable. So I would be convinced in 1 second, right?
I remember Ivan, right?
But I don't understand this thing about 7 bullets, right? So this guy is actually making a favor for you. Give him a rifle, give him a tank, right? why you have to give him 7 bullets? I don't understand this.
I can't remember.
Just to be funny, right? Just to be funny. Yeah. Okay, and then we have a big scene, right, of battle scene. So John Wick went to this, what's the name for this? I don't know. Museum for the ball, for the this, I don't know how, high society meeting, right? And make a lot of war actions here. Vasant, would you like to add something?
Yeah. I want to add something to the Bowery King. He knew that there was 7 million at stake for John Wick's life. So leaving him alone is also a huge help. It is itself a huge help. So offering him 7 bullets is extra help. So he is already generous, so generous.
Yeah. But he is a beneficial, right, from John Wick's action. So still. Okay, let's talk about this museum battle. Leila, do you remember this? This choreography?
Yes. But you know what? It started a man's shooting, and it ends still the man's shooting. So no, I just got bored a bit, because after the lady was killed or committed suicide, I said, okay, he will go away now. But he was betrayed by Santino again. So I didn't enjoy that part a lot, because everybody was, just shooting at each other. And
yeah, but I would mention two things that kind of attracted my attention. So first of one, because he had only 7 bullets in his gun, he always changed the gun. So he had to kill someone and took the gun from this guy and
It was
kill
very
another
quick.
gun.
Yeah.
And
You're right.
yeah, for the first 5-6 times it was okay. It was fine. It was entertainable. But then they continued again and again and again, and I kind of got tired. So I think this
Maybe
this
to make the audience just more excited.
yeah, but they repeated too many times for my taste.
Yeah.
And another thing that I mentioned, in this episode, John Wick was kind of a wrestler. Do you remember he always used Gerard? Have you noticed this? He always used kind of, I don't know how we call this. Usually, how we call when a wrestler take another wrestler and kind of throw him behind
Projection.
I guess it's like judo or jujitsu or wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah.
We call projection.
Projection?
You project the body of the other.
Projection.
Projection. Okay. So it was used so many times that I understand that John Wick totally black belt master of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But
He was a master. Yeah, he was a fighter. Yeah.
But there were a lot of guys, but John Wick wasn't even, just had an injury.
He had
Wasn't
a bruise
wounded.
he had a few bruises or bruises.
Yeah, that's all.
Stopping his
Yeah. Yeah, another thing that I like, do you remember this room with a lot of mirrors, right? So it's kind of, I forgot how they call it, but kind of to distract you, to make a false
Impossible
reflection.
targets.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have those in fairs, in these traveling fairs. They'll have a mirror house, and you go inside, and it's just confusing to go through it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was very funny to have a gunfight in such circumstances, right? So you don't know where is your real opponent. So you shoot to the mirror, and your opponent see you because you're shooting. So it's kind of interesting.
I think they had that in The Golden Gun, the James Bond movie. And in Bruce Lee had a movie called Enter the Dragon. They had a battle in a mirror house like that too. So it's been done in other movies.
Yeah. That's still interesting. And do you remember this Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger? He has some kind of decoy or something that projects his body as well.
Yeah, hologram. Yeah, hologram. Yeah.
Yeah, so funny.
Yeah.
And Vola, do you know this room with distractions? It reminded me games that you played called Portal. Do you remember? There is
Portal,
a game.
that was a cute game. Yeah, Portal. Yeah.
Portal, yes.
There's a sequel to that too,
And usually, can you play this Portal game?
Yeah, I've played it before. Yeah.
Because I noticed that it's a simple game for Vola, but impossible game for me. I just cannot connect all these 3D features together.
It's physics. It's pure physics. It was fun, a different kind of game. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the song in the game. If you get to the end of the game, that she sings the computer sings a song. The song is really cute.
I don't remember. Remember the song? Well, in the Portal, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, look up the song on the internet. Portal song.
Okay.
It's a cute, funny song. The AI is singing a song about I'm doing science and I'm killing people and I'm having a good time. It's a real funny song. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at the last one. Gerard, could you please help us?
Do you think John Wick's choice at the end of the movie to break a major rule will have significant consequences? What might this mean for his character moving forward? I think yes.
So first of all, what was the break of major rule? So what did he do?
But he killed Santini inside the Continental.
Yeah.
So all the assassins have a reward of $14 million. In this world, there are a lot of assassins. In every corner, there is one assassin. So all his life, watching besides him, you know. It's nonsensical, his decision, you know. It's nonsensical because it's better. He could have waited in another circumstances, you know, to kill Santini. I think for him, it's not a problem.
Yeah, it doesn't seem logical, right? So why to break a major rule for, you know, and have everyone be after you? So why?
Yeah, the guy can't stay in the hotel forever. Just wait for him to come out.
Yes. Besides, all his main bodyguards are also out there, so he cannot get a good protection. If John Wick could defeat his main protection, now he's almost without protection. So
yeah.
And another nonsensical thing is his house. You know, John Wick should have a house like a bunker, not this house with a door, like a glass door. It's very easy to break, you know. Anybody could break into his house easily. It's not very protected.
Yeah.
And it
You
looks
know
like
what,
everybody knows him. The firefighter looks like knows him was an assassin, you know, the way he talks to him. It's like, John Wick, what happened here? Gas leak. But I think the firefighter
Gerard,
knew.
what amazed me was he was walking, even a beggar, you know,
Yeah, beggar,
was the
every
assassin.
Yeah. What else, please?
I think nothing can stop John Wick when it comes to the memories of his wife. In the first part, just a dog, but it was gifted by his wife, ex-wife, so the dead wife. So when they killed the dog, it hurts him, and that's also happening in this movie. The only memory he has was her photos and everything. And he in the beginning of the movie, he was fighting so ferociously just because to get the car, not for the car, but the photos inside the cars.
Yeah.
So the memories, the photos matters to him. And when the house was burned down, her memories were all erased, and all the photographs were burned to ashes. So I think that made him so angry, and he took that decision.
Leila, do you remember the scene when John Wick talked with this main guy of the hotel somewhere in the park? Do you remember this?
That's
So when he said, "I give you 1 hour," and then you know,
yeah.
To tell you the truth, I did not understand this scene at all. So why all the people here were assassins? So why they kind of were managed by this guy? So by phone he said now, right? And everyone stopped. Then everyone went somewhere. So
when you break the rule, you're immediate. The contract on you is immediate, and everyone can kill you right away. As soon as you step out of the hotel, they can kill you immediately outside the hotel. So this guy said, Mr. Wick, because you and I are friends, I'm gonna wait 1 hour before I tell people there's a contract on you. So the guy, because he was John Wick's friend, said, I'm going to give you 1 hour to start running, and then I'm going to tell people you broke the rule and they can kill you. So he just gave him a little bit of time to try to get to a safe place or get away from the hotel. So people would have to hunt for him rather than sit outside the hotel. When he steps out, they all kill him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a kind of a favor. Yeah, it was a favor. I'm going to give you 1 hour before I tell everyone. You better run.
Yeah, it was really a shocking moment for me, because when everybody stopped and looked at him, he gave a glimpse of how many eyes are watching him to kill, you know. So just realize, look at those eyes, you know. Everybody is on you, so you better run so fast. Yeah.
But
No.
it was not even realistic for something, in my opinion. You know, so everyone, you know, so a lady with a stroller, you know, an
Yes.
old guy, you know, a couple of lovers, you know, everyone is assassin, you know. So really funny. But this guy, John Wick, do you remember? He started to walk, you know, slowly, you know, confident. You know, I'm John Wick, you know, I killed them all, he said. Whatever, whoever you send to me, I kill them all. And he started to walk out so very confident. And then he watched one guy, another guy, third girl, they are all assassins. And he started to run,
Started
right?
running. And what about the dog, Ivan? The dog was running with him.
Yeah, so maybe he's not that sure, right, anymore.
Yeah,
Like
I'd better run. I'd better use this hour to get some distance. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's our movie, right? So, Leila, did you enjoy it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm used to watching different movies thanks to you. And it's an action movie, you know.
Gerard, did we
Ivan,
miss anything
how do
important?
you call the boogeyman in Russian? Boogeyman
Well,
here
on
in the movie.
Baba Yaga, they say, but it's kind of strange, you know. It wasn't really Russian name, so it's kind of a. But Baba Yaga, it's kind of a ugly old lady who is, I don't know, who is scaring small children if they don't sleep well. So it's from our mythology. Yeah,
Yeah. The boogeyman in English, we call him.
yeah, boogeyman. Vasant, please.
Yeah, I like the moment when the bad guy introduces John Wick's character. You know, he killed 3 men in a bar with a pencil. And yeah, I heard that story. He said that no, you don't understand. Just a single pencil, he killed 3 men. He emphasized that the incident again, and it gave the how hard to beat John Wick. You know.
Yeah, he definitely was impressed by this pencil killing, right? And we saw that in the movie again, right? So again, he killed with pencil someone.
If you remember Riddick in one of Riddick's movies, he said, I'm gonna kill you with my Coke can. And they laughed at him, and he killed someone with a Coke can, and then he held up a paper clip and he straightened it, and they all ran.
But teacher Lee, I must confess that after I had watched this movie, I couldn't touch a pencil for some time.
Okay, Leila, my question to you is there anything special about this movie? Something that, you know, stands out of other action movies? So anything special? You know, John Wick is very popular franchise, right? Many people talk about this. So
Of course.
what makes it special?
I mean,
Keanu Reeves or what?
I don't think about it, but I could tell you about this movie. I did understand once more that loyalty and betrayal are two opposite things, but can trigger a man's actions. That's what I think.
Yep, exactly. You know, I like it one line in the movie. I liked it a lot. So it's some kind. I forgot who told this. Probably D'Antonio, but he said, you know, you have nothing, no wife, no children, no home. The only thing you have is vengeance. That's why you're here.
But that vengeance, believe me, makes a person very strong sometimes.
Yeah, I can believe it. Yeah. So, but I would not say that it's only vengeance. I would say dedication, right? If you dedicate it to something, you will success, right? You will succeed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Gerard, did we miss something important or we covered?
Did we talk about the fight with the black bodyguard from the sister in the movie? You know, do you remember they had a fight and eventually
Yeah, his name
him inside the metro, the subway?
His name was Cassian, I think.
Cassian, yes, Cassian.
Yeah.
He was
So
a
tell
very,
us about him.
well, he was a very good assassin. He wanted to revenge his boss. And eventually John Wick killed him with a knife in his arteria and told him, okay, if you don't remove the knife, you can survive. And that's professional courtesy. But we don't know whether Cassia eventually died or not. Maybe
Yeah.
if he got some medical assistant, maybe he could have survived.
Yeah, I got your point. Maybe we will see him in John Wick 3 or John Wick 4.
Is it chapter 3, right?
I don't know, but I know that there are 4 movies about John
Yeah.
Wick.
The fourth one just came out. I saw the preview. The fourth one to me gets kind of ridiculous because they have gunfights in the middle of a highway, in weird locations. It's like, come on. They deliberately said, where can we do weird locations to have gunfights? And all the gunfights are in really weird locations. It kind of ridiculous to me, but
Teacher Lee, I missed Wednesday.
yeah.
But sometimes you have to do something to attract your audience, right? So like Mission Impossible, you jump from the airplane and go to another airplane, and then you kill the helicopter with bare hands, So,
Yeah.
Cassian said to John Wick that he will make it quick. And John Wick also promised him that he'll make it quick, but I don't think he, completed
his promise.
promise. He kept his promise.
Yeah, fine. Well, but in general, I enjoyed the movie. So it was not like a movie, so thought-provoking or something. Of course, you will not, conspect the plot, but it's good to watch, once. Okay.
Another thing I think is from Cassian, Cassian wanted to kill John Wick, but the logic thing would have been to wait John Wick to kill Santini first, and then kill John Wick, The vengeance, Santini is even more responsible than John Wick from the death of his boss,
Yeah, I agree with you. But I think that Cassini at that moment, he didn't know about that argument between.
I think he knew that it was. She thought it was his brother. I think I don't know how he knew. I think he knew.
Okay.
He said in the bar. I think he.
In the bar, right? They talked.
Said, in the bar. Yeah, he said that was her brother.
Okay. Let's do some slides then. Vova, could you please describe this picture? What can you find here?
Money,
Yeah. What else?
book,
I don't think it's a book. I think this wooden box is for, let's guess, for medallions with bloody fingerprints, or for, I don't know, cigars from Cuba or something, but not the book.
gold watch,
How we call this? Gold, this golden box. How we call it?
Well, the bars, those are gold bars.
Bars. Yeah, gold bars, golden bars.
We also call it gold bullion.
Bullion. Yeah, exactly. You told us bullion. now I remember. Yeah, we discussed in some kind of movie. Yeah,
very heavy, very heavy. One bar is very heavy.
Yeah, that's why we can see is it a forklift? Can I say so? So it's this yellow thing. It actually has a handle.
Yeah. They're moving money or something.
I guess it's very heavy.
Yeah.
I checked it. You call ingot.
Yeah.
Ingots. Yep. Yeah, ingots are usually smaller pieces that you sell to people for in personal investment. But ingots. Yeah, gold ingots.
Okay, my question to you, so why he store all his money in cash, not in the bank?
because they will ask how he got money.
Good, right? So bank will ask you, show us a document how you gave all this money.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, you got all this money. Nice. Okay, not much here. Booleans, I should remember this. Okay, I think we can skip this. This is a Russian guy, right? Who made a peace agreement with John Wick. Right? And the only thing I like here on the left, we can see a kind of a formal suit, like a jacket.
Okay.
Looks strange, yeah. Okay, John Wick is here. His car, yes, this one, I guess. Leila, could you please describe us what is happening?
This man is his friend, and I like the conversation between them because I thought he was going to say, I can't fix it. But he said, okay, fix it. I can fix it. Wait. And the engine is not working. And every part of the car was broken into pieces.
Yeah, about fixing it. Do you remember he said when, right? For the dialogue. When you will fix it?
When did you say? When? I don't remember, but it was funny.
2023.
Yes, you're right.
I don't know if, teacher, if you use it in English, in Russian, or sometimes if we don't know exact date, we cannot give exact ATA. We say, something ridiculous like on Tuesday. So, but what does it mean? It's not clear. So on some Tuesday.
Which Tuesday?
Yeah.
It was the same kind of situation.
Mm.
Leila, how do we
said engine or engine?
Engine.
Mhm.
Engine. Okay.
Engine.
So if the engine is broken into pieces, do they need another new one?
Usually, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the engine is a molded piece.
Mhm.
And if it's damaged, you can't fix it. You throw it out and get a new one. Yeah.
Mhm. But the good thing, Leila, is that it's it's all mechanical, so it can be reproducible, right? So you can make another one, if you have enough
Yeah.
equipment. Yeah.
Yes.
And money, yeah.
And
money.
time.
And time, yeah.
Okay, but let's name some, car parts on this picture. So I know the bumper, right? This thing, chrome thing, bumper. So the thing that we open on the front, is it a hood, actually?
Yep.
Yes.
Hood. Okay. So we have is it a front light? So the lights.
We call them headlights.
Headlights, right? And this design of headlights, it's kind of what's the word for this? Hidden inside the body. Yeah. So it's
yeah, maybe recessed headlights.
Recessed, right? So what else? Windshield.
No door, if you remember. No door.
No door, right?
Towing truck, the towing truck.
Yeah.
And I think this sort of car is called a muscle car. This American car, it's called a muscle car.
If it's got a powerful engine, yeah, muscle car.
Wow.
Not good aerodynamic, a square, but very powerful.
Good.
The design is like low vintage.
Old timer, right?
Yeah, muscle cars are like Mustangs, Firebirds, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Thunderbirds, yeah, T-Birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought that I will buy one for my middle life crisis, but still did not accomplish this.
Too expensive. Yeah.
Okay. We kind of discussed this one. I don't know which one. Jart, which one do you prefer? This one?
This one. So here Santini is talking inside John Wick's house. He invited him to drink espresso, coffee. And now, in this moment, they look like they are in good terms.
Yeah.
But in the same picture, we can see the consequences of John Wick not wanting to accomplish his mark. I think they call mark this medal with blood.
Yeah, they call this marker
Mark.
somehow. Yeah.
Marker. Yeah, marker.
Yeah. And
Marker.
and to tell you the truth, I googled for this thing. Is this exist? If it's well known for mafia or for something? And Google says no. So it's invented by the movie creators. So it's
Yeah.
not a real thing.
Yeah.
And an opposite, interesting fact. If you did not know this, Cassassini, or what they call this mafia thing. Let me see.
Camorra.
Yeah,
Camorra, exactly. Camorra.
Camorra.
So I read about Camorra. It's a real thing.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's kind of mafia, but it's very decentralized, they say. So the gang members of one division don't know the gang members of another division. So it's managed in a very decentralized way, so they say. So you cannot, arrest someone and stop it working.
And
we-
I read
Yeah.
it as well. It dates back to 17th century.
Mm-hmm. Not century, year probably, right?
17th century.
Okay. Okay, let's go further. Fireman, right? Everyone knows that John Wick is a hitman, as Gerard said. So fireman said, I know you are working again.
Gas leak.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this one. Vasant, could you please?
Yeah, this is where after the house burned down, he wanted to see him, Antonio,
Mhm.
and in order to accept the offer, he somehow knew that he will persistently nudge him until he accept that offer. Yeah, because he had already gave a promise the market, so he had to obey that. So he wanted to ask about the offer. Then here it's a museum. It's the painting that was bought by his father, I think, Antonio's father.
Yeah.
And
What do you
here
think
yeah.
is on the picture? On this big one on the wall?
It looks like a war scene, kind of,
Yeah.
or colonialism.
I would say it's the American Civil War or something like this.
Yep. The blue against the gray.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And this is kind of strange, because in the museums, I got used that there are kind of items from one epoch, right? So one time. So and there we can see ancient Greek monuments and American Civil War, so mixed together.
Yeah. It doesn't go together. Yeah.
Yeah, and on the left, it's kind of eagle or something made of metal. I can see, yes, strange.
Look at the doorways, man. Those are big doorways,
Yeah.
twice as high as a human.
Yeah.
But all castles, they are like, but so where is this museum is located? So it's America, right? US. Probably. Yeah,
I
what's up?
guess. I don't know. Yeah.
I think the doors can help to bring the huge portraits inside. The painting.
Might be. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong, Gerard. In old Europe, all the doors they are like this in castles, right? And it's because of the light. They don't have electricity at the time, so it's to make light, to go to the room.
Mhm.
Okay, let's do a few more if we have time, I guess. Wow. I actually don't remember this. Whoa. Do you remember this scene? Tell me what is happening.
No.
Okay, then just describe the picture.
John Wick.
Uh-huh.
I remember.
Please.
It is for his costume.
Bulletproof costume, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So how would you describe this room?
A lot of people. Mess.
Well,
A photo of a car.
yeah, stereotypically, it's what I think when they talk me, Vietnamese industry or something. So I imagine a basement, a lot of people making, sneakers or something. So it's how it
A
looks in my
sweatshop.
sweatshop, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not a good place to work, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And usually a small place, they'll put mirrors on the wall to make it look bigger. So you don't feel like you're squeezed into a tiny room.
Cramped into the barrel, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that doesn't look good at all. So yeah, but I have seen such places in Vietnam sometimes, and in poor areas, or when people don't have a environment to work safely.
Yeah.
So and it's the kind of a backstage of this hotel, right? Posh hotel. So they have a huge halls and fountains and everything, restaurants, and then a huge small room to make a costume.
And they probably work for minimum wage in this room.
Probably less than minimum wage. Right? Minimum wage. Okay, on the opposite, right? So to the client side, let's go to the to the client face room. Leila, what is the room about? What do you think?
It's about weapons,
Yeah,
armor, and John Wick is there. He's in the middle of the room, and the room is so, I think, beautiful, well designed, and they are choosing the weapons. There is the rifle just in the middle, and I don't know what it is on the right. Could be the table. I'm not sure.
I guess it's an old castle, and it's a kind of a, how we call it, a stove, to heat the place.
I'm not sure.
I can't tell. It's fancy looking.
Basats, please.
Yes, one thing I don't understand. He buried his own weapons in his house, so he could have easily dig up those weapons and the gold coins from his basement after the house burned down. Why I don't know why he didn't do that.
Well, his basement the weapons were concreted, right? He had to break the concrete.
Yeah.
So now it was unprotected. So the fire may have damaged him. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that this stash, it was kind of a plan B. If everything goes wrong, if there is no help in the hotel, he will go to this stash. That's my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Leila, you like the room, right?
Yeah, I like it.
On the floor we have a wooden parquet, right? Can I say it?
Yes. Yes.
Made of kind of planks.
I can't tell if that's wood or marble. I can't tell. Yeah.
Oh, looks wooden. Okay, let's find something. Wow.
Dark. They like dark. I hate dark movies.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the moment that John Wick goes to kill Santini's daughter, sister, and she already cut her veins because we can see the blood in the.
The blood. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Slit, right? Teacher told us a verb. Slit the wrist.
In the same
Blood
sense
on
as the arm.
Yeah.
Is that a swimming pool almost?
Yeah. Big tub. Yeah.
Big tub.
Wow.
Mirrors, a chandelier, a lot of candles, everything. And the decoration in the movie is mostly Baroque. Would you say, Teacher Lee, Baroque style?
Baroque. Yeah. Yeah, very decorative, very detailed. Yeah.
Like the former table of the last picture, you know, very a lot of detail.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all the style, no, vintage. Like, you know, I don't know if we have picture of the switchboard, you know, the communications, like 50 years ago that the many women have to work, you know, for communications, you know, with plugs. Now everything is digital. It doesn't require many people to do that. And even, do you remember, Ivan, at the end of the movie, a very old computer, the Commodore 64?
Yeah,
In a moment. 50 years ago, almost 50 years ago, or 40 years ago.
There's a funny saying, Baroque means you have no Monet. Baroque is very detailed and Monet is very abstract. There are two types of paintings or art style. Yeah. So if you're broke,
the opposite of Baroque would be minimalist. Minimalist.
I don't know, modern.
Abstract. You know, that's like, you know, a mixture of colors that's shapeless. It's nothing you can, you know, it's just smeared colors. That's abstract. It's not anything you can give it a name to. So Monet was an artist who painted abstract stuff with no detail, no lines, no
I
borders.
love those kind of things, Teacher Lee.
Baroque is the opposite. It has lines and borders and details. So the joke is Baroque, if you're broke, you have no money. So Baroque means you have no Monet.
Great. Teacher Lee, which one do you prefer?
I like Baroque, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this one. Vasant, could you please tell us?
Yeah, he was hit by so many assassins and he somehow survived and managed to tackle them all. Finally, he arrived to this subway station and this beggar, he offered that gold coin and told him that, bring me to him, tell me it's John Wick. And then he understood and he saved his life and brought him to the king, Pharaoh king.
Yeah, you know, to me, this part is not very logical. Just imagine, let's just imagine for a second that, let's say I am an assassin, right? I'm a hitman. Why I do this? I do this to get some money, right? To be kind of rich. And then after all, I have to sit like a bum in a on a metro station for the whole my life, for my day. So what? Something is wrong here, right?
Maybe I don't know. It's another contract. You know, he's waiting for somebody else, a different target. You know, he's waiting for him, just like an assassin.
It's also contrast, right? He's rich, lives a very comfortable, posh life, and now that he's on the run, he's got to live on the streets like a bum. You know, so it's contrast. You know.
I think the reason he knows this guy works for the Bowery King.
Yeah.
So maybe because the Bowery King owes John Wick his life, you know, maybe no, he can trust him. Yeah. And maybe, you know, this guy has to answer to the Bowery King. He cannot do, you know, get the money, get the, from his will.
Yeah. Well, yes, still strange, I would say that, you know, that people pretend to be mom, you know, something strange, this idea in general. Yeah.
Not comfortable. Yeah, not comfortable.
Yeah. Okay, so let's call it a day. So it was a nice movie.
Thank you for everybody. And
I don't know what to recommend for the next one.
Thank you.
Let's sing together, yeah. Okay, see you. Thank you, Teacher Lee. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.